So I'm just going to make a quick video about this because it's not a big subject. So we're talking about recovery gear for your truck. And there's a lot of Snatch blocks out there. And there's different types, with the little C-clips that hold the sides on. And, there's smaller ones for steel cables and bigger ones for synthetic rope. And I just want to talk about the way that they're held together. And the reason why I want to do this is I had a Snatch block that had the C-clip. It's just a little tiny thin clip that holds the side of it, basically holds everything together. And the problem I have with that is any flex or anything happening with your Snatch block, and that C-clip has a good chance of breaking off or coming off, and now you have a Snatch block that's junk. And if it comes off, it can come off, while you're using it too. So it just makes me a little nervous about that. And that's the reason why I got this. Now, I'm not sponsored by these people. I just saw it, and they're the only ones that made one of these. And it seems like a great idea. So the brand is SSACK. And the reason why I love this one is this is made for synthetic rope. So it's hard to find a good Snatch block for synthetic rope. And you see the Snatch block rings. And the problem with those is if you get a lot of slack in your line, you're coming out of a ditch and you give a little bit of gas and then you don't quite get out, but your line gets slack. Sometimes they can come off those Snatch block rings, and that's something you don't want to happen because then you got to re-rig everything or keep watch of it. So I didn't like the Snatch block rings for those cases. Now they do make a Snatch block ring that has little rubber little buttons that go in that help keep the synthetic rope on it, but those things cost a lot of money. Those things are like 50, 60, 70 bucks for a Snatch block, or a Snatch ring that does that. And I didn't want to spend that for something that, again, the little tiny rubber things, they could break. I just felt like that was something that may not be good in the long run. So that's why I got this. Now the reason why this is awesome is it has an actual bolt. And the bolt is literally a bolt. It's got a bolt head there. It's got a big nut here. And this is not coming off. No matter how much flexing or something happens to this, it's just not coming off. And this thing's rated at 29,000 pounds. So it's extremely overkill for what it is. But again, Snatch block, you want it to be overkill. But look at that. It has the place for the synthetic rope to run in. It's smooth. There's no ridges for it to eat away at your synthetic rope. And it's got the bolt, so it's not going to come apart on you. It's going to hold no matter what. And when this thing flexes, like you're going, and then you get a little bit of ump in your truck, your line flexes down, this thing hits the ground, and your synthetic rope isn't going to come off this pulley because it's part of the Snatch block. It just kind of rides in there really good. So when you start pulling it again, your synthetic rope is going to go right back in the groove. That's why I like these. And again, the bolt. The bolt is the key. And this is the only company I saw that had a nice, high quality Snatch block, with a bolt in it. And they weren't, they're not cheap. I want to say they're anywhere from $20 to $30. But it has a bolt, and that's what I like about it. So that's what I gotta say about Snatch blocks. There's many types out there. You can do a lot of research on Snatch blocks and those Snatch rings too. The Snatch ring just didn't seem to do what I think it needed to do. It sounds like a great idea, but when you get slack in the line, the rope can come off the ring can go sideways, and now you got to go out and re-rig it, and you got to keep an eye on it too the entire time. So that's why I got this. So that's it. And you like what we're doing here, please subscribe and give me a like. Your likes help this channel out, and we'll see you next episode.